Alrighty guys, as you keep reading the Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video, this is going to be part 1 of 2 for the standard edition. If you guys are looking for the pocket edition, it will be linked in the description down below. This is the team we are going to be proceeding with for this season. It is the event exclusive team. And because of the Huzzah event that's going on right now, you can obtain all these characters right now, like as we speak. You shouldn't really be needing replacements for any of these units. But I will still put up the graphic right next to the image just in case. I don't know, you guys are too lazy. I don't know. Or maybe you guys just want to throw on an extra boost unit because you're greedy. I'm not too sure. But we already do have a lot of boost on here. So we have the S tier Beerus, S tier 18, S tier Naval, S tier Broly. You do have the 2 core units with the Pui being your HPZ ability buffer. And then you have Naval being a board healer, and he's also a board supporter. Before we actually get into the pathing itself, make sure you guys are putting on your equips, right? If you don't put on your equips, you're not going to get a chance to do it unless you land on a yellow tile, which we do not want to do. This is also a blast-based team, so make sure all your characters are set over to blast. As far as I know, everyone's defaulted at blast. And I actually did, so some seasons I do this, some seasons I don't do this, as you guys have noticed, but this season I did go ahead and I calculated to the best of my abilities. I'm not a mathematician. The key restore speed of all my units, right? So there's stuff that I did not factor in, like Broly does have some key restore speed or key restore buffs if he's against Vegeta Clan or Sun Family. Obviously, I'm not going to factor that in because you're not always going to fight against that. Same thing with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He is buffing your key restore speed, but it's like on turn 2. It's for his specific range of buffs, right? So I didn't factor that in as well. So this is what it's kind of looking like right here. My Sin Shinron is going to be my fastest unit. So his super attack is probably going to be the most valuable one. The first fight you are going to go up against is to the left of you, 5-5 difficulty fight against the girls. And this is one of those teams that I would recommend getting your friendship rank on. As you can tell, I'm working on Beerus right now. So he's at friendship rank 5. Once I get him to 10, I'm probably going to start working on Pui as well, since that's our HP buffer. All right, so this is the team formation I'm going to use right here. We do put a yellow on backup because of double reds, and then we're going to put a red on backup because of the double blues. So honestly, I don't think this fight's going to cause you guys any trouble. We're going to go for this 18 first, and she's debuffing at the end of every turn. We're going to go for the red 18, or the red 21, because she has good damage, and she's debuffing on blast starts. And then after that, we can go for this yellow 18 who's debuffing and healing. We can go for this blue Bulma, and then we can go for the purple Kefla, and then the blue 21 at the end. Alright, so not a bad fight at all. I mean, 5 difficulty for an event exclusive, it was kind of but 1.2 million off of that is pretty solid, right? Got the full kill, ended on turn 4. Next is to the left of us again, 3 difficulty fight against the Ginyu Force. Alright, so this is the team information we're going to use right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide this guy back up and then her on back up as well. Get a couple, I want some heals for the Beerus, right? So we're going to have, obviously, the heals from 18, the heals from Naval as well. Should be good. So for the Ginyu Force fight, there is some cover changes right here, right? So this Goldo Rukum unit has a strike cover for the Ginyu Goku and the purple Ginyu, and then this Jace has a strike cover for this guy and this guy. So those are going to be our first 2 targeted units anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so attack order is pretty simple here. So we're going to go for the Jason Birder because they're easier to get down because they don't tag switch until like turn 2 or something like that. And then we can go for this guy who is going to be tagging over once matched up with against unfavorable element factors, right? And then after that, you can go for the sparking Ginyu Goku and then whoever you want. Like, all these guys are pretty much fodder. All right, so another pretty, I mean, it's 3-5 difficulty, right? There's absolutely no shot you should be struggling with that. We are also building up hella super attacks, which is huge. So 1.04 melee off of that one. Next is going to be to the right of us, 4-5 difficulty fight against the Bojack fight. All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. There's triple blues. I definitely want to save the super attack because it's going to kind of be a little bit of a waste on this fight, I think. And then we'll also just put the other red on backup as well. I do not mind having my Q restore speed kind of like messed up a little bit right here because this guy attacks second anyways next to Beerus. So it should be fine regardless. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way because he does stun on turn 2, and then we're going to go for Goku since he has a transformation stats, and then we can go ahead and go for this guy since he's like the most relevant unit on here. Plus he gets weaker every time you kill an ally, which will help out with those 2 dead allies right there. Then we can go for Beto, and then we can go for either of these 2 at the end. All right, so not bad at all. 4th difficulty. It's just this team doesn't have the best damage, right? So it's gonna probably go to either rushes or turn 4s. That's okay. As long as our HP is doing good, we're doing good. 1.2 milli did get the full kill, and we built up some super attacks. All right, so next fight is straight above you. 5th difficulty fight against the cooler squad. You can either do this one or this one. This one isn't that bad either, but we're gonna go ahead and be a little bit greedy and go for the cooler fight right here. All right, so this is gonna be the team formation right here. I still want to save this guy's super attack, and because of the double greens, we'll put this guy on backup, and it should be good. So do keep in mind that cooler does have a strike cover change, so it's a weird range too, but he's in range of this purple cooler and then this Thouser, right? So I'm going for Thouser first, but I'm a blast team, so I don't have to worry about the strike, right? If you're a strike team, you're probably just going to want to go for that cooler first. So first unit I will go for here is going to be the Thouser, since my purple is going to attack first, right? And then we can go for the Legends Limited cooler, this green cooler, and then we can go for either of these two, and then this guy is going to be saved for last because he does have, he buffs his allies once he gets hit. All right, super easy fight, even at the 5th difficulty, right? No worries at all, and we built up some more super attacks, which is huge. 1.4 million. Next is to the left of us, 5th difficulty fight against this no-name team. We don't care about this. So this is the team formation we're going to use right here. So save these 2 super attacks and then avoid this top row, because that's where Nibbana is going to be debuffing for 2 turns. Also, he's debuffing this too, but it's like, can't avoid all that. All right, so cover changes here are kind of annoying. So Amon, he has a really big blast cover radius, so it's going to be the 3 behind him. So cover changing for this guy, this guy, this guy, and then this guy has a strike and blast cover for the purple Thouser and for the Amon, right? So those are your high priorities, and they're protecting each other. It's a little bit annoying. So attack order, I am going to go for the Monray first, since we don't have our purple attacking, right? And then we're going to go for the Amon, and then we can go for the Nibbana, and then after that, it's free game, bro. Whoever you want to go ahead and go for. All right, so, I mean, we did take a little bit of damage there. I'm not going to say that was just straight up an easy fight, but it's not a hard fight, right? 1.7 million, got the full kill, we were chilling. Next is to the right of us, 3th difficulty fight, your first hard fight against Patara. All right, so this is the team formation I'm going to use right here. So we're going to take out a yellow because of the double reds, and then we're going to take out this red just because. I think this is going to work out pretty good. We have both of these super attacks going right off rip, and then the double greens are going to attack the Vegito blue, because I'm scared of the double attacks, right? If I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I am pretty scared about that. The cover changes here are annoying. So blue VB has blast cover for the 2 corners behind him, as the diagonal. So for this guy and for this guy has a strike cover for no one because it's behind him, so no range for him. But then the Zamasu has a cover for the people above him, so for this purple Vegito and the blue VB. So just definitely be careful about that. UVB is also mitigating 1 strike arts. Strike arts teams are going to struggle a little bit with this one, I believe. So attack order, I am going to go for the UVB first into the blue VB, since my greens practically attack at the same time, right? And then I'm going to go for this green Zamasu into the corrupted Zamasu, who's going to debuff us once we do kill him, right? And then we can go for this guy in the 5th slot and then this guy in the 6th slot. The purples aren't that strong. Turn 4 finish, not the worst. Did not use the rush, 1.1 million off of that. The only thing that I will say that was very, very annoying, so we finished, so turn 1, ideally I wanted to get these 2 out of the way. This guy was left with like 4k HP and then ended up double attacking one of my units because, bruh, that's the main thing I wanted to avoid was the double attack. It is what it is, though. No one's significantly hurt. Like, we don't have a crazy, like, injury on the team, so we're good still. Next fight is going to be to the left of us. 5th difficulty fight. This one's super easy peasy. Not worried about this one. All right, so this is the team formation I want to use right here. So we'll take out this guy. Also want to save that super attack, and we're going to take out this guy as well. So attack order, I do want to get Beerus out of the way first since he'll stun on turn 2, plus my purple attacks fast, right? And then we can go for this purple waste since he's debuffing us heavily, and then we can just go back to this God Goku, this purple Vegeta, and then the last 2 you can go for the Super Saiyan God Goku and then the Beerus. Those 2 are like non-existent, right? They're not good. Super easy fight. Don't really have to worry about that one too much. 1.4 million, got the full kill. Next is once again straight above you, 4th difficulty fight against the Super Saiyan 3s. All right, this is the team formation we're going to use right here. I'm not worried about this fight, right? I am worried about wasting super attacks, but we can build them up before the next hard fight. So first unit I'll go for is going to be this guy. He's the most relevant unit on here. I think he's the most impactful unit on this team. Then we'll go for this guy who has decent damage. He's also going to stun us on turn 1. Is what it is. Then we go for this guy who's debuffing us on attack. Go for the Shallot, and then either these 2, or well, you go for the yellow Gotenks and then this guy at the end because the green one does have death buffs. Overall, very easy fight. just a little tanky, right? We did waste some super attacks, but we also built up some others, which is okay. It's a good trade-off. All right, so next we have a fight to the right of us, 5-fist difficulty fight against the Ginyu Force again. All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use here, saving these super attacks. I don't think this is a hard fight at all. Don't really think we need these guys in play, right? Okay, so for this fight, you have some strike cover changes, right? So the Jason Birder, they have a strike cover for the Goldo and Birder, and then the Raccoon Goldo unit, they have a strike cover for the Purple Ginyu and the Ginyu Goku. With that being said, we're going to go for the Jace unit first into the Goldo unit, then the Ginyu or the Ginyu Goku unit, and then from there you can kind of just go ahead and pick and choose. All right, not bad. Navel's taking a little bit of damage, which is not, I mean, I say a little bit of damage and there's just like a little chunk right there, but we want to get that back up to full. So next is going to be to the right of us, 5-fist difficulty fight. We already did this fight. Should be good, or it's a little different. All right, so this is the team formation I'm going to use right here. So taking out a blue unit because of double greens, and then taking this guy out just because double blues, and plus let's save that super attack. I'm okay with using the yellow 18 super. So in this fight, the only cover change here is the cooler. The cooler has a strike cover for this green cooler and for the blue metal cooler. So attack order, I low-key do want to try to get this guy out of the way, and then this guy because he has a lot of support, and then we can work on the Legends limited cooler, and then we can go for the green metal cooler, the yellow metal cooler, and then this guy at the end. So not bad. Kind of chilling on that one a little bit. Did get the full kill, 2.3 million. Getting 2 million points like in the first half is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Built up a super attack with this guy. Almost have a super attack with this guy. Pretty solid. All right, so your next fight is above you. 4-fist difficulty fight against Game Originals. This is the team formation we are going to be using right here. So red on backup with the special move. I don't want to turn one super attack on this fight, right, because of the Goku and Bardock. And then we have the yellow 18 on backup as well. All right, so there are two strike covers here. So Goku Bardock have a strike cover for Zaha and Saiyan in red. And then Bulma has a strike cover for the Goku Bardock, Zaha, and for the Giblet, unfortunately. So for my attack order, I need to go all in on this guy. Have to, right? Because I don't want to risk getting super attacked. Most of my units are going to super attack on turn 2. Let's just get this guy out of the way, easy peasy. And then after that, we can go for the Giblet since he's debuffing us. We can go for the Zaha since he's debuffing our health restoration. And then we can go for the Saiyan and red, this purple unit, and then Shallot at the end. All right, we're solid, bro. We are solid. 4-fist difficulty down, 1.5 million. We did not get hit with the Goku Bardock super attack, which is huge. That's pretty much all I need there. All right, so next is to the left of us, 3-fist difficulty. Oh, easy peasy, bro. All right, so this is team formation we're going to use right here. We're going to just take out one of our greens because of the double purple, right? And then we're going to go ahead and just save that super attack. The cover change there, Hit only has one cover change, and it's for the Tao since he has like the 4 corners kind of thing. So attack order is simple here. This guy gets his turn 2 super attack. Don't let him get that. Then we'll go for hit. And then we're going to go for the Dispo, the Tao, and then we'll go for the Basil and this guy at the end. All right, pretty easy fight. I mean, 3-fist difficulty, right? Plus super old units, 1.3 off of that. Nothing to worry about whatsoever. And now for your final fight of the video, it is going to be to the left of you, 4-fist difficulty fight against the Boo Saga. But Loki, I think I actually fumbled here. I probably should have prioritized getting a super attack with the other units. I forgot about the double blues, and their Kid Buu hits hard, right? Like, he's not a significantly strong unit, but he hits hard. And then obviously the Vegeta does too, or Vegito, or well, the fusing Vegito. So let's go ahead and put both of our reds on backup. All right, for the cover changes for that fight, so the Evil Buu has a blast cover for the Gohan. Gohan has a strike cover for Evil Buu, the fusing Vegito, and the Kid Buu. And then thankfully, Shin does not have a strike cover for anyone since it's just above him. All right, attack order. Let's try to get the purple Gohan out of the way, and then we'll go for the fusing Vegito. Remember, you just got to kill him before turn 3. And then we can go for Shin, the supporter 18, Kid Buu, and then Evil Buu at the end. All right, I'm not gonna lie, we just did not have enough damage on that one. 1.5 million isn't the worst thing in the world. Plus, it was a hard fight. But yeah, we just were not able to put any hands on the Evil Buu, unfortunately. Again, just building up those super attacks. That was my fault for even trying, like, saving the super attack with the red 18 when I probably should have been saving a super attack with any of the other units. Well, it would have probably made a bigger difference. We're going to close out part 1 with 19 million points. Let's see where that puts us on the leaderboard. And we're sitting at rank 3,310, and we still have 3 TP to spare. I think that's actually pretty solid. Event exclusive, pretty good.